Well, hey guys, how you doing tonight? This is Bear with Bear's Den Acrylic Art, and we are back with a bonus painting video. Yeah, I just finished the orange and brown rust color pour that I, plan on embellishing with some copper leaf. And, originally I had wanted to, instead of browns, use some burnt orange and some azo and rust colors with some teals. But with a flip cup, I didn't think that was really a good idea once I thought that through. So I still want to see what this palette will look like. So I have mixed up some, and I've got 2 cups in front of me, and we are going to go with a Kiss Cup Cloud pour, which, I absolutely love. So I figure this is a perfect technique with which to try this technique, or you know what I'm saying. So let's get started, shall we? So in the first cup, okay, this is Iridescent Green Blue by Pebeo, okay? So these are a little thick, well, thicker than the flip cup consistency. So it leaves a mound, but almost immediately recedes in on itself. We just want it thick enough where it will hold the lines, okay? So we're going to do a couple layers. So if this is a 20 by 20 by 1 1/2 inch. So we need 17-ish ounces of paint, okay? So I'm aiming for about halfway up each cup. All right, that was the Iridescent. Next, this is the Azo Orange by Amsterdam, which is nice and bright, but not as bright as, say, like Pyrrole Orange. So then I have my cloud mix, which I will put in the description box, and I'm not going to use too much of that. So now we can put in the Iridescent. Now I also have, just for some, I don't know, just because I feel like it, Iridescent White by Liquitex Basics. Because I wanted some textured white in there that wasn't necessarily the cloud mix. All right. And we'll toss in some more of the Iridescent White. And then the rest of the Azo Orange. Okay, that is 1 cup. Now, in the second cup, very, very similarly, we're just going to layer these in the reverse order. So this is Quinacridone Burnt Orange by Golden, which I used in the previous because it is absolutely one of my favorite colors, and I'm sad that I can't really find it anymore. And then this is Cobalt Teal, also by Golden. Yeah, I think I read somewhere that, whatever mineral or whatever that they use to make the Quinacridone Burnt Orange pigment, they are no longer, mining it. I don't know if that's the right term, but You know, so I don't know if Golden's is gonna, you know, come back with anything else or what. So I use the burnt orange somewhat sparingly, only because I, you know, I want to make it last as long as possible. All right, so there's the remainder of the burnt orange. Then we'll toss in some more of the iridescent white, and then finishing it off with the cobalt teal. Okay, perfect. All right, so both cups are layered, and we are going to clear the decks. Dope. As I'm just knocking things over. All right. So I'm just going to put down a little bit of a base. All right, nothing crazy. Just want to make sure the paints have something to move over top of. And then I will have obviously plenty left for a flow extender. All right. So here we go. This is the part that always makes me nervous. All right, cheers. Here's to the Eagles, hopefully winning the Super Bowl. Time will tell. Oh, there was a chunk of something. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay. Oh. Rats. Well, what are you going to do? I am going to come in, because I'm not a huge fan of the way that center turned out. Okay. Well, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. So, we'll see. I also am curious because I don't really see a whole lot of clouds happening. Well, time will tell. All right, so here's the rest of our flow extender. My spatula, which I never cleaned off from the last time I used it. But even if I don't really get any clouds, I love these colors together. All right. So now we can see where this paint wants to go. Just motion of the ocean. Okay, I think now I'm just trying to decide where I want this to land as far as composition. Take a little bit more of that blue. Okay. I think we are finished. I like that where I accidentally dripped when I was pulling the cups away, it doesn't look, grossly out of place. I'm curious as to what it would have looked like had I not messed with the center, but, what are you going to do? But again, I rather like these colors together. This is a really, really nice palette. And I'll just take a second to clean up my corners. And again, just like I said with the last painting, ton of air bubbles since I literally just mixed these before I poured. Now, what I'm missing is the iridescent white. However, I don't know if the painting is suffering because that's not really present. All right, so I am going to finish cleaning up these sides. I got to see what those corners on your end of the table look like. And then I will bring you in for a close-up. So I'll see you down here in just a minute. All right, guys, change of plans. I am going to exercise my personal prerogative and I'm going to repour this because I love the colors. I am just not happy with how this all came together, and that is entirely my own fault. So I do have one substitution. Because I'm running low on the Azo Orange, I switched that out for, this is Modern Masters in their metallic burnt orange. Okay, everything else though is exactly the same. So I am going to be layering these in the exact same way. All right. So just making sure I have everything in the right order so I do not confuse myself, which sometimes happens. So here we go. Take two.
What do you say? Have you already seen it?
guys, I am so very glad that I repoured this. I am so very glad. And some of these, you know, some of these clouds are going to continue to develop a little bit. And I'm hoping that they develop enough where this little bit right here, and you'll see it when I bring it down, where I dripped, maybe that won't look so obvious. When this is done. So I am going to clean up my edges again, and then I will meet you down here for the walkthrough. So see you down here in a minute. Okay, here is the actual walkthrough. I am so very glad that I poured over, which is generally something I try not to do, but sometimes you just gotta. So this drip right here, I am very happy that you know, exactly what I wanted to happen is happening. All of these cells that are developing are kind of making that go away. I love the burnt orange. I just love it. And it's going to dry super gloss because that's how golden paints dry. I like that there is some of the metallic burnt orange interspersed. Okay, so the banding is just fantastic. You know, it looks like agate. You know, one thing I love, if you get like right in here, it's very faint, but you can see some of the metallic burnt orange in there. It's very faint. I like that the iridescent white is coming to the party. So I don't think this will be the orientation. You know, we'll see how it dries and then I'll play around with it. But overall, man, I am so glad that I poured over it. Woohoo. All right, guys, here are the dried results from our re-pour. And you know what? I love the, you know, the iridescence of the, you know, iridescent white, of the iridescent green blue. I love the glossiness of the burnt orange. What I don't love is just the overall composition. I don't think I did a really good job of, you know, kind of dictating where I wanted the paint to end up. So to that end, I think as much as I, you know, like these colors together, I don't like these colors together on this particular canvas. So we are going to try again, I think. You know, somehow that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, not everyone's going to be a winner, but there's still a lot about it that I like. You know, you probably can't tell, but there is some really great iridescence happening. You know, I love the way that the burnt orange is interacting with the teal and the white. You know, there is a lot of movement, okay? I like how we are starting to pick up the metallic burnt orange from the Modern Masters. So yeah, I mean, this has got a lot of shine on it, and there was something in the paint, as you can see by the distortion of the lines. So I'm going to have to work on, you know, sanding that down or digging that out. Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot that I like about this, but that there's more that I don't like. So, you know, come back again and see what we do to kind of reclaim this canvas. All right, thanks. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for sticking around. Man, we had to work for this painting, didn't we? You know, and, you know, again, not everyone's going to be a winner, and sometimes that's just the way it is. You know, the important thing is that we as artists do not settle. If we're not in love with something, it's just paint. We have the option of redoing it, clearly. So, once I have another crack at this, ultimately this painting will be up for purchase, as is my body of work. You can find that on my website, www.bearsdenacrylicart.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram under Bears Den Acrylic Art. So, if you feel like following and liking me there, that would be great. If you're new to the channel overall, please consider hitting that subscribe and hitting that thumbs up. You can even hit the bell icon to be notified of when I upload new content, which is usually once a week. If you have any questions or if you're interested in an original commission piece, you can email me at bear@bearsdenacrylicart.com. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being so giving of your time. I always appreciate it. And better luck next time. I'll see you back. Bye. Hey guys, just a quick PS. I wanted to show you something else I have been working on lately because these things are stupidly expensive. I thought I would try building my own floater frame. I figure this could be a good side hustle. So yeah, this is for the 20 by 20. Sorry, I'm trying to reach and hold my phone at the same time. We put the 20 by 20 canvas in there, and once I center it, it has the gap, and this will get painted, probably painted and not stained, only because I don't want to open polyurethane or stain or whatever inside my apartment that isn't wonderfully ventilated. But I'll probably be doing a creation video. This is just use, some yellow pine, a miter saw, some wood glue, some clamps, not terribly difficult. So yeah, I just wanted to say that was something to expect from me soon, a video on these floater frames, which I do plan on using for myself and selling as well. So stay tuned for that.